So I'm Margaret Kimani, a mother of 2 lovely girls. I'm also a caregiver and I'm a business lady. So basically, mostly I take care of my baby girl who is 1 year and 2 months, who has Down syndrome. So it's taken a lot of my time taking care of her at home. I'm not first focusing on her, on my business part. I'm actually now doing more of taking care of her because there are so many issues that are related to her well-being. So that is where basically I am full-time mommy, and I'm happy about it.
Thank you. And my name is Mourine Achieng. I am a mother of 3. I am a wife. I am a sister. I am an organizational development professional. I am here because of the passion that I love. I have a baby who was born with Down syndrome, although she passed on. But I'm very passionate about talking about Down syndrome so that other mothers can know about it and how they can care for their children. I am passionate also to work with women and young girls, particularly with grassroots organizations, just to support them and ensure that they have strong systems. I'm happy to be here, and hopefully that we'll be able to impact someone's life with our stories. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Mbuthia, mother of 3 daughters, Sylvia, Cheryl, and Shaniela. Cheryl was born 13 years ago with a condition called Down syndrome. She also has congenital heart defect. I'm a full-time mother to her due to her heart condition. I was forced to stop working. I can't even do business, but I'm thankful for those 13 years. They have taught me to be a very strong woman. It hasn't been easy. It has been a very tough journey, but I thank God. He has given me the grace to carry on. Cheryl is a wonderful girl, and I'm thankful to God because of her. I'm here because I would love to encourage any other parent out there, and I would like to encourage them to know that Down syndrome is just a condition. It is just a condition. And I would love to encourage them that it's not the end of, it's not like it's the end of everything. Yeah, they should be strong.
So T21 Family Support Organization is a community-based organization that is headquartered in Nairobi. It's a membership organization that brings together women who have given birth to children, or rather have children who are born with Down syndrome. Our membership cuts across the different counties of Kenya, and the main mandate of this organization is to champion for the rights of children who are born with Down syndrome, to ensure that people understand their human rights, and they are also able to, they are also able to enjoy the rest of the human rights as just as other normal human beings, despite of the challenges that they have. Down syndrome is such that it makes the people who are born with it really take time to achieve their milestones, but in the long run they do achieve it. So Down syndrome, T21 Family Support Organizations advocates and conducts a lot of campaigns around the community so that the society is able to understand what Down syndrome is, understand how they can support children or persons who are born with Down syndrome, but most importantly to embrace them and ensure that we eliminate the stigma and discrimination around not only people who are born with Down syndrome, but people who are abled differently in the society. So it is also a platform that really provides that conducive environment for the women when they need to talk about the challenges that they undergo, the challenges that they have when they care for their children. There are so many challenges around that, and women are also able to just sit together, encourage each other, identify opportunities for their children, but most importantly, be there to be the voice, to speak on behalf of those who are born with Down syndrome, because of the challenges around and the stigma around Down syndrome, you find that their voices are usually suppressed. So that is why T21 exists, and we are hopeful that we are going to make a very important milestones in this country particularly, because challenges around Down syndrome is that most people don't know about it, and when people don't know about it, the systems, the structural systems and the policies do not really support those people, the challenges around Down syndrome. Particularly, you wouldn't know how many people are born with Down syndrome in our country currently, and therefore planning for this community will be such a challenge. So we are hopeful that we'll be making positive impacts and changes in this country. Thank you.
Just to add to that, I think I would just say that many moms come to this group without the knowledge of what to encounter, what to follow up. But through the support of these T21 families, we have come to learn that we are not the only ones. We have come to learn that there's something that each and every child has. So we give each other support. There are so many women who come with the aspect of being so down. They really don't know who to turn to. They have given up. They ask themselves why they have children with Down syndrome. But once they come to the group, they come and realize they are not the only ones. They come and realize that there are so many other women who are going through the same thing. And when you get that consolation and the comfort that you're not the only person, when you have anything, you can always come and ask. You'll get answers. They'll tell you they've gone through the same issues. So you know what to do next. They'll advise you on the next step to take, because there are different things and different conditions. Even if you have Down syndrome, there are those that are born without heart conditions. There are those who have different heart conditions. So you'll have at least a mom or two or three to advise you, like, this is what I did. I went to these hospitals, go and see a cardiologist, go and do thyroid test. We have a family. We feel so much at home.
Okay, I would like to advise any young woman out there who is maybe struggling or to accept anything that they are going through, maybe having a child with disability or anything else. The first step to take is to accept. It is the hardest step, but the moment you accept, it's the beginning of healing. You accept and love yourself, because some of these things, like having a child with disability, it is something that no one, it is not something that has been planned by anyone. But the moment you find yourself there, the first step you take is to accept and move on. Speak it out, because a lot of people out there are going through difficult situations. But the moment you share with them, the journey becomes easy. It becomes easy, and just know that that is part of life. I was once there, very depressed. I have even tried so many times to commit suicide. But the moment I spoke about my daughter's condition, I joined T21 and other parents. I've become a very strong woman, and I also learned that my daughter's condition is not a life, it's not a death sentence. The first time I was told about her heart condition, and the doctors told me that there's nothing much can be done. I felt like it was the end of my world. But I've come to realize that so many healthy people have died. Cheryl has buried so many healthy people. So her heart condition wasn't a death sentence. And that gives me the courage to face life. Every morning I wake up, I thank God for Cheryl. Her condition has really changed the way I view life. It has really changed me. So I would like to talk to any other young woman there. If you have a child with disability, don't hide that child. Come out, speak out. You can even join us. We will encourage you. Yeah, it is not a death sentence. Love your child, embrace your child. Some of us have been through very difficult situations. Like my daughter currently, we are not even going to school because of having infections, recurring infections, and there's no one who can take care of Cheryl except me. And I've accepted it. I have accepted it. I have no problem with that. So encourage yourselves. This is life. Life has to go on. Encourage yourselves and join other mothers. Yeah, you are strong women. We are strong women here. Yeah, love your children, embrace them, love yourselves. Yeah, that is all I can advise them.
Thank you so much for that. For any woman, any girl, anyone who's undergoing any form of challenge in life, just know that one, you're not alone. Challenges in this life are inevitable, but how we deal with them actually differs. What I'd like to tell such a person is that choose to live, because life is for the living. So by all means, in whatever you do, ensure that you're living. Just identify your purpose, why you are born, why you're in this world, and ensure that you walk through your purpose and achieve your purpose. It's good to find a support system where you can share if you can share, but also want to tell everyone that life is spiritual. So if you can find a spiritual backing, that is the only place where you can get really answers to every question that you may have. And that there is nothing that is too difficult for you if you're going through it. Then, as the Bible says, because I'm spiritual, is that the grace is sufficient. You cannot be, God cannot allow you to be in a situation that you cannot handle. So in everything, just know that nothing is permanent. There is always a laughter, a joy at the end of the tunnel, or after your dark hours, there is always a light, and you can do it. Just believe in yourself, care for yourself, because once you choose to live, you will do everything by all means to ensure that you go through the storms. But don't let the challenges change who you are, or rather define you. But just ensure that as you focus, don't focus on the challenge, focus on the what you want to see at the end of it all, and ensure that you get out of it stronger. But one thing that I know is that we all have the power to get through and out of any challenges that we have. Thank you.
Okay, I've learned, like the Bible says, in everything you give thanks. So we've been through so much. We've cried under the blankets. We've cried when we are alone. We've cried with others, with our friends. It doesn't mean that you have to be in a very big group so that you can get encouragement as a woman. We're not just focusing on just the parents who have children with special abilities. I believe challenges come in different aspects. So as a woman, we always have that willpower to move on. We just need that igniting thing that will drive you and say, okay, this is normal. So each and every woman out there, take courage, accept. It's not easy. Cry when you feel like crying. Get hugs when you need those hugs. Call a friend. Go for a cup of tea. Leave the baby if like they are giving you a bit of some issues or stress. Go out, drive, open all the windows, be yourself, breathe. I think we just need to breathe. Because sometimes I think we are having this kind of sympathetic what? You sympathize with the person that you're taking care of. So we forget ourselves. So we get so depressed, and it's actually an issue that is really coming. Maybe you were employed, then you're no longer working. You don't know how to go about it. You're used to like a salary, now you don't have. You have to start asking for people to give you money, but know that there is a drive at the end of the road. Encourage yourself. Start something small. We have the willpower as women. Let us take care of your children. We have challenging children. See, and it doesn't mean even when you're strong, you'll not break. True. You'll still go to those moments, and we also still as strong as we are. We'll ask ourselves, is this really worth it? How far am I going to do with this? Like for example, with our children. Sometimes you go to the doctors and you're told they've been hit with pneumonia. So where do you start? You have to go for hospitalization. You still have other children to tend to. So it will take you down, but at least because you have the willpower, you have accepted, like she said, you are able to lift yourself up. You have those children who are actually looking after you. As even a young woman who's not even married, or who doesn't have a husband, or who doesn't have a child, even if you don't have something that you're doing at the moment, try something. I think it only, they say a journey to 1,000 miles starts with one step. Start with the list that is just near you. Then go progressing slowly. I think that is one thing that we are never told by those who have really gone and gotten whatever that they have. because they do not talk to us about the challenges that they face. They only tell us about be passionate, be, you know, be good at what they are doing, be smart, but they do not tell us the challenges are the ones that build them. They made them even stronger. So be strong. Slowly by slowly, have a support system that will tell you, okay, you're doing something. Because sometimes when you look at the mirror, you just see yourself. But there's somebody else who sees beyond, you know, what you see yourself. So each and every woman, every African woman, any Kenyan woman, any other woman in the world, take heart. There's always a positive side of you. And I believe that God created us for a purpose. So let's try to find that purpose that God has given us. So at least even if you die, at least people will say, she impacted people in a certain way. Sometimes you really cannot tell it, but there's somebody else who's going to see the impact that you drove in.
A Kenyan woman, as you can see, we are beautiful. So yes, Kenyan women are beautiful. We are loving. We are hospitable. Anything good, whatever it is that you can define as good, you'll find it in a Kenyan woman. Thank you.
I'll go to hardworking, very, very hardworking, very passionate. We love what we love. And we'll go an extra mile to please whatever that you have so that we see ourselves. We are not fake. We are true identity of ourselves. If you see me in green and white, I'm green and white. That's me. So passionate, loving, driven. I think mostly that. Yes.
A Kenyan woman is a very hardworking woman, very loving and caring. We are women that can wake up as early as 4 o'clock in the morning, prepare our families, do our house chores, and still go out there and hustle. Kenyan women are very hardworking. Yeah, that's all I can say.